welcome back to another episode of Corn Steam with Team 75, and today we're making Oobleck. So the materials that you're gonna need are some cornstarch, as I have here, some water, and food coloring. If you want it, you can have as many colors as you want. And the idea is to have 1 part cornstarch to 1 part water. So as you can see, I have all of my ingredients laid out here. So I already poured out about 1/4 cup of cornstarch. This is the brand I'm using. If you're interested, just regular ShopRite brand. You can use more or less cornstarch depending on how much oobleck you want. So the idea is to have 1 part cornstarch, 1 part water, which means the same amount of cornstarch as water. Now I have about 1/4 cup of water in here, but I'm just gonna add it slowly to make sure that I don't add too much. And the idea is to keep mixing throughout this whole process. It's becoming more and more difficult to mix as it's becoming more oobleck-like. It's a little messy, as you can see, so try and lay down a mat or something beforehand, but it's really fun to play with. It's hard to pick up, but it melts in your hand. Wow, that's so cool, right? So if you want, you can add some food coloring to it, which will make it a super fun thing to play with. It's like slime almost. So I'm just gonna take some red food coloring, red for Team 75 of course, and add a drop or 2. There we go, that's more than enough. And we're gonna try to mix it in. As you can see, oobleck is super hard to mix and super hard to make, but it's also super fun to play with. It can get really icky like slime, but is very unique. This kind of substance is called a non-Newtonian liquid, which means that its viscosity changes. What's viscosity? Viscosity is how thick or thin a substance is. Water has a low viscosity because it's super runny and very thin. Honey might have a high viscosity because it's really thick and sticky. Oobleck's viscosity changes as you put pressure on it and as you release pressure. So when you try to pick it up, there's a high pressure on it, which means its viscosity is really high, and when you let it go, it just runs through your fingers. That's what makes this substance so unique, and it's the cornstarch that does this. When you put pressure on it, all the cornstarch molecules come together and they form a really tight bond, and it's hard for you to press on it, hard for you to pick it up, and hard for you to move it. So I hope you enjoy and stay safe.